Hi, I'm Judith Light, and I'm an actress, and I'm here at the Derek Fabulous It Gets Better Lounge. I was fortunate enough to go to a performing arts camp, and I had the most fabulous gay people take care of me. And I didn't know they were gay at the time, but I knew that they were really extraordinarily creative people and wonderful people, and they took care of me. So when the AIDS pandemic came about, and I was there for all of it, and my friends were dying, and my friends were storming the FDA in order to get the drugs, and we were taking them to the hospital, and we were taking care of them, and we were going to funerals every week. I watched a community of people, the LGBT community, rise like the phoenix from the ashes of this pandemic. And I watched this community become the community that it is, in all its glory, in all its magic, in all its creativity. And I wanted to be a part of it because I thought those were the most extraordinary people that could take a situation and, instead of becoming victims, become heroes and become courageous. And in fact, I think it is because of the way this community operated at that time that they should be looked to now as the leaders in the world, nationally and internationally. And I've talked about that a lot. But there was something else that I got to do that I was really fortunate to be able to do. I did a movie called The Ryan White Story, and I played Ryan's mother, Jeannie White, and Ryan was still alive at the time. And for those of you who are too young to know who he was, you can Google him and find out about him. He was really the first young face of the pandemic. And we were on the set one day, and this reporter came to do a story on him. And I was over sort of from the other side of the room, but I could hear him doing the interview. And this reporter said to him, how did they treat you in your hometown of Cicero, Indiana, when they found out that you had AIDS? He said, well, they were pretty hard on me. And he said, and people would spit at me and call me a fag. And it was the thing that stopped me in my tracks and made me realize that this was happening everywhere. And it caught me up short because it told me that I needed to do something, that I needed to say something, that I needed to stand up in a way that I'd not been standing up before. That these people, this community that had cared for me when I was an outsider and took care of me and were there for me and nurtured me, those people were dying, and those people needed to be treated differently. And so I just got very involved in the community, and Ryan has since passed away, and so have many of my other friends. But you have a history that you don't even know about. You have families and a tapestry of people that are grand and glorious and powerful, and it's important to educate yourself about them because that will empower you. You're not born into families that share your identity, but you can create those families. You have people like David Mixner to look toward, who wrote Stranger Among Friends, who introduced Bill Clinton to the gay community, and the gay community really changed the tenor of the 1992 election. You have people like Paul Manette, who wrote a book called Becoming a Man, Half a Life Story, and it's his coming out story. And he said, I want everybody to know what this story is, and everyone has their own story. And even if you're straight like me, you have something to come out about. You just got to figure out what it is. So you guys have it in a way, you know what you have to come out about. And watch your people, look at your history, study who you are and where you come from. And it will take you up to another level. And remember that any bigotry that is focused on you is not your problem. It is the other person's problem. And never forget that. And I promise you, it gets better.